Most of us were taught from a young age that a strong skeleton is built on milk. The message was simple: drink your milk for healthy bones. And for decades, that was the cornerstone of our understanding. But after 60, the story of bone health becomes more nuanced, and it turns out that one of the most powerful tools for strengthening our frame isn't found in a carton, but in a tiny, unassuming seed. Here's the plain truth. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds contain more calcium than a half cup of milk. Understanding this simple fact is about so much more than numbers on a nutrition label. It's about feeling steady and confident when you walk on an uneven sidewalk. It's about having the strength to lift a grandchild or a bag of groceries without a second thought. It's about protecting the independence that allows us to live fully and without fear of a fall. In this video, we're going to go beyond milk. I'll show you the side-by-side numbers so you can see the difference for yourself. We'll explore the 4 other critical bone-building nutrients packed into this tiny seed that work in concert with calcium. And I'll explain exactly what to look for at the store and how to prepare them correctly. Stay with me until the end for a simple, 3-step action plan to add this to your routine safely. And I'll reveal the #1 mistake people make that can actually get in the way of the benefits. As always, we'll stick to the science. No scare tactics, just a clear look at what large studies suggest, and clear guidance on when it's wise to chat with your doctor. Taking small, simple steps to care for our health is something we can all do, and it's wonderful to be on this journey together. If building a stronger, more resilient body is a priority for you, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. It's a lovely community, and I'd be curious to know in the comments, what's one food you've recently started eating more of for your health? Let's start with the main reason we're here, the calcium. We can think of our bones as a bank account. Throughout our lives, we make deposits and withdrawals of bone tissue. The body is constantly remodeling our skeleton, with special cells breaking down old, worn-out bone and other cells building new, strong bone. In our younger years, we make more deposits than withdrawals, building up a strong reserve. After our 30s, and especially for women after menopause, the withdrawals can start to outpace the deposits. This is why a steady, reliable source of calcium becomes so critically important. It's the primary raw material for the bone-building crew. Let's look at the numbers directly. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, which is about 1 ounce or 28 grams, provide approximately 177 milligrams of calcium. A half cup of whole milk provides around 125 milligrams. So, spoonful for spoonful, the chia seeds are clearly the winner. This is fantastic news, especially for those who are lactose intolerant or simply prefer not to consume much dairy. Having this powerhouse of calcium at your disposal directly impacts your daily life. It's what gives your frame the integrity to bend down and tie your shoes without a groan, or to push yourself up out of a low chair with ease. It's the silent scaffolding that supports your every move. Now, how do we best put this calcium to use? The most important step with chia seeds is to soak them first. Chia seeds are incredibly absorbent. When you eat them dry, they can absorb water from your digestive tract, which can be uncomfortable for some. More importantly, like many seeds and grains, they contain something called phytic acid, which can slightly reduce the absorption of minerals like calcium. Soaking the seeds for at least 20 to 30 minutes in a liquid like water, almond milk, or yogurt helps to neutralize some of this phytic acid, making the calcium more available for your body to use. A simple chia pudding, made by mixing a few tablespoons of seeds with a cup of liquid and letting it sit in the fridge, is a perfect way to do this. You can also just stir them into your morning oatmeal or yogurt and let them sit for a few minutes before eating. A quick safety note: because they are so high in fiber, it's best to start slowly. Try just 1 tablespoon a day for the first week to give your digestive system time to adjust. But the story of bone health is never just about calcium. You can take all the calcium in the world, but if you don't have its key partners, it can't do its job properly. This brings us to our second point, the unsung hero for our bones, magnesium. If calcium is the bricks used to build the wall of your bones, think of magnesium as the master mason. It directs the entire construction project. First, magnesium is essential for converting vitamin D into its active form. And as we know, active vitamin D is what allows our intestines to absorb calcium from our food in the first place. Without enough magnesium, the vitamin D you get from the sun or supplements remains dormant and can't unlock the door for calcium. Second, magnesium plays a direct role in stimulating a hormone called calcitonin, which helps draw calcium out of the blood and soft tissues and deposit it into the bones where it belongs. At the same time, it helps suppress another hormone that encourages bone breakdown. So, magnesium is working on both sides of the equation, helping with deposits and preventing excess withdrawals from your bone bank. Many of us don't get enough magnesium in our diet. Sometimes, unexplained muscle cramps, twitching eyelids, or fatigue can be subtle signs. When you feel that tightness in your calf muscle in the middle of the night, it's a reminder that your body's mineral balance is incredibly important, not just for your muscles, but for your bones, too. This is another area where chia seeds shine. Those same 2 tablespoons that give you all that calcium also provide about 95 milligrams of magnesium. That's a significant portion of your daily needs, all from one simple food. To make it even more powerful, you can pair chia seeds with other magnesium-rich foods. For example, a morning smoothie with a tablespoon of chia seeds, a handful of spinach, and some almonds is a trifecta of bone-supporting goodness. It's a simple, delicious way to ensure the calcium you're consuming gets to where it needs to go. Now let's talk about the mineral that provides the actual structure and strength to your bones, phosphorus. After calcium, phosphorus is the most abundant mineral in our bodies, and the vast majority of it is found in our bones and teeth. The mechanism here is beautifully simple. Calcium and phosphorus team up to form a crystal structure called hydroxyapatite. This is the mineral complex that gives our bones their hardness and rigidity. It's the very substance that makes up the dense, strong scaffolding of our skeleton. You need both minerals in the right balance to form this crucial structure. It's not just about having enough bricks. It's about having the right kind of mortar to bind them into a solid, resilient form. That feeling of being solid on your feet, of having a frame that you can trust to support you, is a direct result of this microscopic crystal lattice working perfectly. When that structure is strong, your bones can better withstand the bumps and stresses of daily life. Chia seeds are an excellent source of phosphorus, providing it in a natural balance with calcium. A 2 tablespoon serving contains around 240 milligrams of phosphorus. This natural pairing is what makes whole food so powerful. The nutrients are often present in the ratios our bodies are designed to use. Now, this is a good moment to bust a common myth. You may have heard that too much phosphorus is bad for your bones, often in the context of drinking dark-colored sodas, which are high in phosphoric acid. There is some truth to this, but the context is key. The problem with soda isn't just the phosphorus itself. It's that you're getting a massive dose of it with virtually no calcium to balance it out. This imbalance can cause the body to pull calcium from the bones to compensate. But getting your phosphorus from a whole food like chia seeds is completely different. It comes packaged with the calcium, magnesium, and other nutrients needed to maintain that healthy balance. So, you can feel very confident that the phosphorus in these seeds is working for you, not against you. If you're finding this breakdown of how our bones work helpful, a quick tap of the subscribe button helps us keep making these videos for you. Our fourth point moves away from minerals and into the world of healthy fats. Specifically, we need to talk about taming chronic inflammation with omega-3 fatty acids. Think of chronic, low-grade inflammation as a slow, simmering fire inside your body. It doesn't cause the immediate pain of an injury, but over time, it can silently damage tissues and accelerate the aging process. This includes your bones. This simmering inflammation can overactivate the cells responsible for breaking down bone, the osteoclasts. It's like telling the demolition crew to work overtime, while the construction crew, the bone-building osteoblasts, can't keep up. This tilts the balance of your bone bank further towards withdrawals. This is where the unique properties of chia seeds come in. They are one of the richest plant-based sources of an omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Your body can convert some of this ALA into other powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. By providing your body with these fats, you're essentially giving it the tools to dampen that internal fire. Think about the general stiffness or itchiness you might feel in your joints some mornings. While that's often related to arthritis in the joint cartilage, it's also a signal of underlying inflammation in the body. Addressing that inflammation can have widespread benefits, including creating a more favorable environment for bone building. By calming the overactive demolition crew, you give the construction crew a better chance to do its job, shoring up your skeleton. To get the absolute most benefit from the omega-3s in chia seeds, you can take an extra little step. The healthy fats are stored inside the seed, protected by a fibrous outer shell. While soaking helps, grinding the seeds just before you use them, in a coffee grinder or a small blender, breaks open that shell and makes the oils even more accessible to your body. You can sprinkle this ground chia meal over salads, stir it into soups, or mix it into yogurt. One important consideration, because omega-3s can have a mild blood-thinning effect, if you are taking prescription blood thinners like warfarin, it's very important to talk with your doctor before adding a large, concentrated amount of chia seeds to your diet every single day. For most people, a couple of tablespoons is perfectly safe, but when medications are involved, that conversation is always the wisest first step. Finally, we arrive at our fifth and final point, which is the very foundation upon which our bones are built: protein. We often think of bones as being hard, inert, chalk-like structures, but that's not true at all. A healthy bone is a living, dynamic tissue, and roughly half of its volume is not mineral, but a flexible protein matrix, made primarily of collagen. Think of it like building with reinforced concrete. The calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus are like the cement, sand, and gravel. They provide the hardness and compressive strength. But the protein matrix, the collagen, is like the steel rebar that runs through the concrete. It provides tensile strength and flexibility. Without that rebar, the concrete would be strong but brittle, and it would crumble under stress. It's this protein matrix that gives our bones the resilience to absorb impact without fracturing. A bone that is highly mineralized but deficient in protein can be dense yet fragile. We want bones that are more like the branch of a living tree, both strong and slightly pliable, not a dry, brittle twig. This is what truly protects us in the event of a stumble or fall. Here again, chia seeds offer a surprising benefit. For a plant food, they are remarkably high in protein. Our 2 tablespoon serving provides about 4 to 5 grams of high-quality, complete protein. Complete is the key word here. It means they contain all 9 of the essential amino acids that our bodies cannot produce on their own and must get from food. This is quite rare for a plant source. Adding a scoop of chia seeds to your yogurt or smoothie is an incredibly easy way to boost its protein content, helping to ensure your body has the raw materials it needs to maintain that strong, flexible collagen matrix inside your bones. It's the final piece of the puzzle, ensuring that the minerals you're so carefully consuming have a quality framework to bind to. So, where do we go from here? Knowledge is wonderful, but action is what creates change. Let's bring all of this information together into a simple, practical plan you can start this week. Here is your three-step action plan for incorporating chia seeds for better bone health. First, start small. Especially if you're not used to a lot of fiber, begin with just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds per day. Do this for a week to allow your digestive system to gently adapt. After that, you can comfortably increase to 2 tablespoons daily. Second, always soak first. This is the single most important takeaway for preparation. The number one mistake people make is tossing dry chia seeds into their mouth or onto a thick food like peanut butter. This can be a choking hazard as they expand with moisture. Always, always mix them with a liquid, water, milk, juice, yogurt, oatmeal, and let them sit for at least 20 minutes to form a gel. This makes them safer, easier to digest, and unlocks more of their nutrients. Third, pair them smartly. To create a true bone-building symphony, combine your chia seeds with foods rich in vitamin D and vitamin K. For instance, have your chia pudding with a fortified milk or yogurt for vitamin D. Or blend your chia seeds into a green smoothie with spinach or kale, which are fantastic sources of vitamin K, another nutrient vital for directing calcium to the bones. This isn't about a single miracle food. It's about the small, consistent, intelligent choices we make every day. By adding this tiny, nutrient-dense seed to your routine, you are taking a proactive step to support your body's foundation. It's a simple act that contributes to a much larger goal: feeling steady on your feet, moving through your day with confidence, and safeguarding the precious independence you deserve. I'll be sure to link to some easy-to-read sources from trusted health organizations in the description below if you'd like to explore the science further. Now it's your turn. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Based on everything we've covered today, what is the first way you plan to try adding chia seeds to your day? Will it be in a smoothie, in your oatmeal, or are you going to try making a classic chia pudding? Sharing your ideas can inspire others in our community. If you found this video helpful and clarifying, please take a moment to give it a like and consider sharing it with a friend or family member who might also benefit from this information. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Stay strong, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.